Okay, Gene Galin here with the Chatham Journal. I'm with Judge Newby. I've got a little bit of time here. You've got, what, 6,400 employees, $550 million budget. How do you handle all of that?
You have really good people in whom you trust. I'm very blessed that the Administrative Office of the Courts, Judge Drew Heath has had experience throughout government with handling big budgets, you know, it's one of those, you've got to have folks in charge of the different aspects who understand what the needs of the judicial branch are and being able to advocate when necessary, and also being able to help the folks in the field who may have questions and issues. So the Administrative Office of the Courts, you know, we're out there to assist and equip the judges, the folks like here in Chatham County that truly do justice in their courthouses.
During the presentation, you mentioned that your 97-year-old mother gets to watch you on TV. Are you like her favorite show, or where do you rate compared to Andy Griffith?
Well, you'd have to ask her. All right, Andy's pretty high up there, I have to confess, and you know, I do. If we were on every day like Andy is, I doubt she would watch me.
Oh, okay. Now, does she ever call you up and say, what does she call you when she gets mad at you? Does she call you by all three names?
Well, she is a sweet-tempered individual.
Okay.
And at this stage in life, she only has positive things to say about her son.
So she never calls you up and says, you needed to sit up straight in that chair?
She may have thought it, but she didn't say it.
Well, that's great having that kind of mom. You mentioned ECourt.
Yeah.
You mentioned that it's going to be coming in 2022. What's the driver behind you pushing ECourt?
Well, the driver are, you know, I mean, it goes way back, and it has to do with, can the system be more efficient and more user-friendly by being paperless? And apparently my predecessors believe so. Certainly there have been efforts by different parts of the state, Mecklenburg County, Wake County, certainly the appellate courts, to have some electronic filing capabilities. The federal system has gone to full electronic filing, and so it is data storage, access to courts, all these things.
One of the things you mentioned is it's such a huge project because North Carolina has a unified court system compared to some other states. What's the big advantage to having a unified court system in the state?
Well, the big advantage is you don't get a justice of the peace in one town saying this law is this way, and justice of the peace in another town. It's unified, and so everybody who encounters, you go through the magistrates, but you have district court judges, and they're full judges, full constitutional judges, constitutional offices, and their decisions then are reviewed based on our constitutional provisions. So it's a very orderly system. If you're in Chatham County, the process is going to be the same as it is in Guilford or as it is in Asheville. I mean, you know, you don't have to worry about every county or city you go into, who's the judicial official here. We know it's going to be district court and superior court judges.
So basically from the mountains to the ocean, it's the same rule of law.
Absolutely, the same rule of law. I like the way you're saying that, from from Murphy to Manio.
There you go, from Murphy to Manio. Last question, you probably been asked this question a whole bunch of times. What prompted you and what made you decide, hey, I need to go visit all 100 county courthouses?
It really was to express my appreciation for the sacrifices of all the courthouse stakeholders, all the folks who work in the courthouse, but particularly the assistant clerks, the deputy clerks, the magistrates, the unsung heroes, if you will, of the courthouses that are the backbone of us being able to have a courtroom that administers justice. And I just wanted to thank everybody. It had gotten us through the first phase of the pandemic. Little did I know, here we are with phase 2.
Okay. And Liz mentioned, your chief of staff mentioned that you're looking to get this completed in possibly 2 to 3 years. Is that kind of the schedule?
That is the schedule, yeah.
Well, Judge Newby, thanks for coming to Chatham County. Thanks for talking to us, folks. We've got this on YouTube, and you can see his presentation to the court staff as well. Thank you again, Judge.
Thank you. Appreciate